Welcome to the channel. Let me ask you something real quick. If you showed up at the airport tomorrow and realized your wallet was gone, would you still make your flight? And what if I told you that starting in 2026, that one mistake could cost you money before you even reach security? Stay with me, because what's changing isn't loud, it isn't obvious, and most travelers won't see it coming until it's too late. Watch this all the way through. Because one small adjustment can save you stress, time, and a very uncomfortable moment at the airport. Air travel is entering a new phase. Not flashy, not dramatic, but far less forgiving. For years, airports quietly helped people when things went wrong: lost ID, expired license, last-minute panic. There was usually a human solution, a few questions, a quick check, and you were on your way. That safety net is disappearing. Airports are moving towards systems that don't negotiate, don't explain, and don't bend. You either meet the requirement or you don't, and if you don't, there's a price attached to it. Starting in 2026, identity verification becomes structured and automated. If you arrive at security without an acceptable physical ID, you're routed into a separate identity confirmation process. And here's the part that catches people off guard. You pay before the system even decides if it can verify you. That payment doesn't guarantee success. It doesn't last forever. And if the system can't confirm who you are, you lose the money and the flight. No arguing, no second chances. Just a closed door and a very long walk back out of the terminal. This is why so many people are turning to digital ID and assuming it's the answer. And yes, digital driver's licenses stored on your phone are real. TSA does accept them at certain airports. When everything works perfectly, it feels smooth and modern. You tap your phone, look at a screen, and move on. But what most people don't realize is how fragile that system still is. Digital ID only works in certain lanes with specific equipment. Not every checkpoint has it. Not every airport supports it. If your phone battery dies, that ID disappears instantly. If the scanner freezes or fails, you're stuck, and there's no universal backup built into the system yet. You don't get waved through because you tried, you get redirected. There's another detail people overlook. Digital ID works at TSA, but not always everywhere else. Many states still don't accept it during traffic stops. So imagine this. You rely on your phone, get pulled over on the way to the airport, and suddenly your digital license doesn't count. You solve one problem and create another. Digital ID is convenient, but it's not a shield. It's an extra, not a replacement. This is where preparation quietly wins in a world full of scanners, apps, and batteries. Physical identification still carries weight. Something simple, something boring, something that never runs out of power. A passport, and even better, a passport card. It fits in your wallet. It lasts 10 years. It works at every TSA checkpoint in the country. No special lanes. No technology required. When everything else fails, it still works. What makes this moment different is the mindset shift. 2026 isn't about making travel harder. It's about removing flexibility. Airports are built now for people who arrive prepared. If you're ready, things move faster than they ever have. If you're not, the system doesn't pause to help you catch up. It simply moves on without you. And this shift doesn't stop at security. Carry-on rules are being enforced more strictly. Bags are being measured more often. Gate checks cost more. Overhead space is treated like limited inventory. If your bag barely fits today, it might not tomorrow. Liquids rules haven't disappeared either. Some airports have advanced scanners, others don't. Unless you know exactly what your airport supports, pack as if the rules still apply. Because in many places they do. International travel is changing too. Border control is moving toward facial scans and biometric checks. First entries may take longer. Future ones will be faster. But skipping required authorizations or assuming you can handle it at the airport can end your trip before it starts. These systems expect you to do the work before you arrive. There is some good news. Airlines are now required to issue refunds automatically for major delays and cancellations. You no longer have to chase customer service for hours, but that only works if the system has clean information, screenshots, receipts. Confirmation emails still matter. They protect you when automation misses something. So what do smart travelers do now? They carry one physical ID that always works. They treat digital tools as helpful, not essential. They pack lighter, measure bags, and check entry rules ahead of time. They don't argue with systems that aren't designed to listen. They adapt early and move smoothly while everyone else scrambles.